Hi guys, just before we get into the main part of the video, I'll be doing a Q&A video at some point, so if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or send us a message. Hi guys, Zoidwolf here, and welcome back to the Zoidwolf lair. Now, today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I thought I'd do this video because April is the 2nd anniversary of the Zoidwolf channel, and it's also my birthday as well. So when this video goes out, it'll be my birthday. So obviously, because all the airsofting sites are closed at the moment due to COVID-19, there's obviously nothing going up on the channel at the moment because obviously can't go out, take any pictures of game days, can't record any video, site review videos while I'm there. So what I thought I'd do is I would show you and talk about my old and new arsenal of airsoft guns. Now obviously majority of the time you'll see me out with my trusty Canon EOS D60 taking pictures, but I do play airsoft from time to time. Last time I played was February, and I took three guns down there. The first one I have is, and it's been in my collection for a very long time, it's the only pistol I own, Tokyo Marui Desert Eagle. And if you can't see in there, but you can tell it's been in my arsenal for a long time, just because of all the scuffs and marks and the fact that it's missing its front sight as well. That's mainly because the first holster I ever had for it, it was too big and it kept falling out of it, so it kept hitting the floor, and then when you're in a quarry there's rocks, stones all over the place, so yeah, it got bashed about a bit. But I like it because a lot of pistols you'll find, especially in the pistol grip, it's not big enough. Now I have big hands, so some of the pistols I hold, you get to them and your pinky finger's doing this, hasn't got anything to do. So with that, it's good because it takes the full thing, and it sounds good as well. But that's the same with all gas guns. They all sound that nice click to them instead of an electric where you've got a motor. That's the only pistol I've got. I've only got one. I do want more, but it's obviously the same thing, money. I used to, for shotguns, I used to own a TM M870 SWAT. There'll be a picture somewhere up here, I imagine, or in the whole thing, because I'll ask Dave to do it. But now I got rid of that because it was just, it was massive. It was too long. As you'll see in the picture, it's huge shotgun. Plus it's a Springer, and it just didn't rack very nicely at all. It was very stiff. Now the shotgun I have nowadays is a lot nicer. Maybe because it's gas. You'll get the feeling that I like gas guns. But it's such a nice gun. I actually bought this off one of my teammates, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and he wants it back, and he can't have it back. TM M8070 Breacher. Absolutely beautiful. Just 3 shots and 6 shots, just in case you really want to hurt somebody. Racks, oh, so smooth. So smooth on the racking. I mean, you don't even need to put much force into it at all. It's just a beautiful little shotgun. I used this at the jail last time I was down there. Same with the Desert Eagle. I used that while I was down there last. Main time, I don't get to use it very often. That's the only downside to it. Because obviously most of us use rifles and AEGs and our GBBRs there and sniper rifles at games. But CQB, this is a great little gun to do. I mainly use it at LAC's pistol shotgun days. Amazing amount of fun those are. If you haven't been to one, then I would highly recommend going to it. They are enormous fun games. There's a small amount of players play on a small field with short range weaponry, and it means that you just see stuff happen that you wouldn't normally expect to happen, and there are hilarious outcomes to it. So we move on to the AEGs. Well, the AEG that I have in my arsenal nowadays. I have had a couple in the past. I used to run a G&G Raider L and its counterpart as well. They were my first ever guns in airsoft. As most people start on an M4, to be fair, or most people start on like a G&G Raider or something like that. But that was my first ever gun. I then managed to pick up a TM MP5 at one of LAC's auctions for about £200 less than it retails for. I was very happy with that purchase. Very happy with that purchase. I then moved on to, well, actually, I actually swapped that with another LAC player for a, I can't remember the make of it, but it was a Stoner LMG, and that has got to be the worst mistake of my entire life, airsoft wise, to get a Stoner. It was good for, it needed some tinkering to get it working properly, and I got it working properly in the end. I sold it a couple of months later because it's just so heavy and so impractical. Especially when I did a weekender once, and one of the days I had that and I had an M4 on my back just in case. Should not have done that. Worst mistake of my life getting that thing. So we'll move on to my only electric AEG. I bought this last year for my birthday. Thought I'd treat myself because I really wanted it, and it's really sexy and it's really nice and I love it. I took it airsofting in February, mainly because it's CQB size. So this is the Chris Vector, and it is a sexy piece of kit, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's what can you say about it? It's beautiful. Look at it. I haven't had this long, but I've used this a lot, especially when I got the right batteries. I started off with 7.4s and it just didn't like it. I'm now on 11.1s for it. It's just nice to have a gun that's got semi-automatic, 3-round burst, and full auto for when you need to give some paint out. And it's easier to work on than I've had other AEGs. Like when I got this out of the box and took this to its first airsoft game, it was hot. So thankfully it's got a quick change spring just in the bottom here. There's literally 2 screws you undo and take the base plate out. You can then you just take the spring out, and obviously just clip it off until you got to the right FPS, and yeah, because the usual tricks didn't work, unfortunately. Like putting a couple of mags through it just didn't work, unfortunately. So yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, this is my latest purchase and I'm really enjoying it. I like it. I do want a normal length like rifle, something like an M4, 416, AK kind of length, just to kind of, so I've kind of got something for CQB and something for more of the woodland skirmish games when I play. The next gun, I leave the best to last for me personally. This has been in my collection for quite some time. I even bought 2 of them. I liked them that much. You can't say that about many players who buy 2 of the same gun. But this was bought when I didn't earn that much, and I wanted a platform where I could have like a couple of guns and just one set of magazines for it. And this worked out very well for me because it was my first iteration into gas rifles. So having this, being able to cross platform with this weapon, system and another weapon system, which it did, was great, absolutely great. So I am part of the GHK Master Race and I own the G5. Great thing about this is it is so lightweight. It's all plastic polymer. It is as light as anything. Even if you take the magazine out, it's light. These are the version 2 mags for it. So these are a lot lighter. They pretty much halved. From the version 1, they pretty much halved the weight. At one point, when this first came out, the V1 mag was heavier than the rifle itself. That's just saying something how heavy this was. The good thing about these mags is, I mean, version 2, 40 rounds. Version 1 was about 36, 38 rounds. So they gave you 2 extra rounds in the version 2 mags, half the weight, and improved a little bit on the gas efficiency. You can probably get 2.5 to 3 magazines worth of gas out of this. And you can't say that about many other rifles. The other good thing is it's so easy to work on. I mean, if you want to get to the bolt carrier and the block for it and the nozzle, there is literally a pin here. Push that out, lever it back, pull the whole assembly out. You can work on it to your heart's content, clean it to your heart's content. Same with the nozzle and the inner barrel. There's literally 2 screws here and exactly the same on the other side. Undo those and pull the whole front end out. And literally the inner barrel and the hop chamber and with all the hot rubber and everything all comes out with in one fell swoop. So it's simple to work on. The only thing I will say, if you do get one, the first thing you need to do and buy is get a new charging handle, because it's plastic. Now obviously when you're using charging handle, it's obviously doing that a lot. So it's plastic all the way into the inside, so it gets cracked along the inner bit here. So especially when you're keeping it in safe and then slam fire, it does it quite a bit. Obviously that gas sound is just amazing. Even just the action of doing that is great. As I say, I have 2 of these, which is good because it doesn't just stay in this size length. This is kind of like your CQB length. There's an assault rifle length to it. Now this is still a work in progress, but if you ignore the inner barrel, that is where my hand is. That is the assault rifle length of this weapon. So you can have it as an assault rifle length. You can also, as mine is currently being worked on, to put it as a DMR as well. So pretty much you just add the assault rifle bit, and then there's an inner barrel cover that goes over the top that finishes off it all. So obviously mine is becoming a DMR. It's not finished yet. Still have some work to do on it, as you can tell. Missing part, example A. It still needs testing and putting the right nozzle in it. It's one of the good things with this gun. As I say, ergonomics wise, it's great. You can have 5 different nozzles in it. You have the standard, there is a low pressure one, there's a high pressure one, there's a 1 joule version as well. And then there's also an adjustable one, which literally just comes with an Allen key slot in the side. You can literally just change the Allen key size a bit, and it will adjust the FPS for you. So it's great if you're going from like a hot day to a cold day. You can just change it quite quickly. So yeah, as I say, work in progress. Not finished it yet, but it'll get finished in the near future. So yeah, that is my little collection and my old stuff that I used to have. Thought it would be something to break up the, well, I wouldn't say monotony of this, but the gap that is going to happen of there being no airsoft and no content going out on this channel either. So yeah, there will be another video going out, as you saw at the beginning. So if you do have any questions, do put them in the comments or do message me, or put them anywhere on the channel. I don't mind, I will find them I will make notes of them and we will do another video. If you want to wish me happy birthday, because this is going out on my birthday, do put it in the comments. I have got another idea for some videos, but that is one I might leave for another video. So, hope you're all keeping safe, not going too stir crazy because there's no airsoft, and I shall see you all when airsoft starts up again at a site nearby.